Sources say the Flyers are closing in on hiring Rick Tocchet as their next head coach.
Now, where do I stand on Tocchet? I love it. To me, he was a quintessential hockey player. He could hit, he could skate, he could lead.
He's a Flyer. He should be a Flyer coach.
God, he played for the Flyers, the way he played, the way that fan base wants their team to play, knows what it takes to be successful here.
What better guy to have in there to help build a culture than Rick Tocchet?
Future's bright, but what comes in that too is pressure, and we'll see Rick Tocchet, what he does with the pieces they have there. Kept secret that this is happening. I don't think it was a secret. Everybody was like, that's his perfect fit. You knew that Philadelphia is that type of franchise that they're going to get the guy they want. They wanted Rick Tocchet.
This is a big day. It's a big day for the organization. I'm very proud to announce Rick Tocchet as our new head coach for the Flyers from this point on. Before you start asking me questions, the one thing I want to make clear is the fact that the plan doesn't change here. We see him as the long-term solution for our head coaching position.
I don't know if I can put it in words. It's a bucket list thing for me. Just growing up here, as a young kid at 19, being part of the family was something I always cherished because, when you're a young kid, you're always looking for support. And the one thing that I did get that was an extended family. So that's full circle. Now you're being the head coach. The city I love. It's a dream come true.
So guys, here we are. It's been a long process, a thorough process, and just tell me where your heads are and what you're thinking about.
It's exciting. It's exciting to finally have found our coach. We went through a good list. There's some really good names on there, and some guys really impressed us. But when you look at all the qualities that we were searching for, I think the one name that just kept coming at the top of the list over and over was Rick Tocchet.
Yeah, it was a lot of conversations, a lot of meetings, not just with other candidates, but with him as well. We had to, show him what we have here, what we have coming, what we see for our future, and kind of sell, our organization and our future to him.
They wanted to make sure that I knew what the plan was and what I was in for. There was no surprises. I'm a piece to this plan. It's just not about Rick Tocchet, it's about everybody, and I think that's how we're going to work very collaboratively.
Going through this process, the ownership, the plan that they had, listening to where they wanted to go with this roster. We know it's not going to be easy. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's my job to develop these players. We got some really good hockey players on this hockey team, and I take it very seriously to make sure that they maximize their talent.
I just know from being on the other side, when you see that logo, you know that you're in for a tough game. That's the one thing that I was most proud about when I played, and even now when I watch the team come out on the ice, you look at that logo and you're in for a fight.
He's going to try to cut in on Hanlon. Score!
The sports community here is, I think, one of the best cities to play for in all of North America. You look at the fan bases in pro sports, especially hockey, that they're one of the top. When you go hit the ice as a player or a coach, this fan base, they'll support you, especially if you work hard. I think they'll support you if you work hard. Culture is a big word, right? It's used a lot in pro sports, but it starts every day. You just don't turn on a tap and have culture. It's an everyday process. It's the way you train, it's the way you eat, it's the way we practice. And that's something I want the players to understand, is when they hit the door inside in the dressing room or the facilities, that they feel safe and they feel that they're getting the best of the best to help their careers. I have a lot of friends that played against the Flyers, and they'll always say it is a tough building to play in. You want the fans to be entertained. You want them, when they leave the rink, that they're proud of the team, win or lose, that this team laid it on the line. I think that's really what it comes down to. These guys have chances to be fabulous players. From what I've heard from Jonesy and Danny is they want to win. Collectively, with the coaching staff and ownership, management, we can get these guys in the best possible situations for them to get themselves to the next level. We don't want to beat ourselves. We want to make sure that we play to our identity. Not so much worry about the other team, but worry about what we're doing. I think that's another thing. It's going to be very exciting for me to work with these guys and develop these guys into even better players, and that's my job.